Hello YouTube, this is Darkon633, and we're taking a look at another Star Wars review. This time we're going to take a look at Rey in the basic 3 3/4 inch toy line for Rogue One. Now this is actually a pretty interesting Rey, since it's technically a mid-outfit for the character, since we've already actually received this particular full-on outfit with her speeder bike earlier in the Force Awakens toy line. Now what's good about this figure is that when Rey was actually on her speeder bike, she actually had the hood and the goggles on top of her head instead of the fully clothed version that we saw with the Force Awakens speeder. While that's actually accurate, at least during the scene before she went on her speeder, when she was looking inside the AT and a few other vehicles that were on Jakku, this is actually more accurate to the full-on speeder in general. Before anything else, we're going to take a look at the box. The box is in the standard 3 3/4 inch design for Rey, and it's pretty cool. It's got a very nice artwork there. On the back, it just shows the bio as normal, and once again, the promotion of the app. We're just going to put this on the crown now. Anyway, so now take a look at Rey more specifically. Unlike the version that was actually included with the speeder bike, she actually has a ball-jointed head. So that's really good that they actually allowed a full ball-jointed head, since they could have easily just kept it as a swivel. Swivels at the shoulders. I apologize for the blurriness there. And swivels at the hips. So that's about it. You're going to get a standard 5 points articulation figure otherwise. She includes the staff that's pretty much included with almost every single Rey in the 3 3/4 inch line. We're just going to take this off to the side. She also includes that backpack, which is extremely hard to put on, but you pretty much get the idea of what that is. And the only other main accessory she includes is this weapon, which kind of resembles her speeder bike, and it just has a missile firing gimmick. You can allow her to hold onto it using the handle that's on the grip there. And then you just place it over her arm. It can be a little tricky to put in though, but once you do, it should stay in place. So you get something like, let's see, for some reason it's not clipping on like it's supposed to. But you pretty much get the idea with that. And then it's got a flick missile included, which I'm not going to show on camera because it's going to fly all over the place. Anyway, so that's about it for Rey on her own. However, we are going to take a little comparison between the other versions of Rey which were released. Here's the standard version of Rey that was actually released in the Takadona set, which is pretty much the standard Rey anyway. It's just a minor repaint of the other figure. And she's just a tad bit taller by the way her design is. It's mostly, I think, it's because of the hood piece, but it does resemble pretty decently. And we're just going to take the speeder here, since we're actually going to place the figure on it. But here she is next to the version that was included with the speeder. While the design is pretty close to that, pretty much the main difference is the hood. Now, we're just going to take this figure and place it on her speeder. Anyways, I attached Rey onto her speeder. Now, what's actually surprising is that looking at the figures a little bit more closely, it seems as though this Rey is actually a little bit more retooled than I originally anticipated. Because when you decide to look at it more closely between the two versions, the boots are first of all a different color, and it seems as though the piece of her skirt piece on her suit is a little more indented compared to this version. Not only that, she's actually in a little bit of a somewhat dynamic pose. It's not a whole lot. This one was mainly just a standard standing design. Well, this one is a little bit swaying off to the side, just a tad bit, which makes it almost near impossible to actually attach her to the speeder, which is kind of disappointing, since this is the version that really should have been able to sit on her speeder. But I guess it does look decent enough just standing in front of it. So, I guess that's still a pretty cool figure otherwise. I still think this is a pretty cool figure in its own right. It's got an okay likeness to Daisy Ridley, but it's still very hard to incorporate her facial designs on this particular figure. But it's still nice to actually get a hold of the figure, and I still recommend picking it up. This is a little bit on the harder side to pick up since it is one per box, but I still think it's a really decent figure, especially if you haven't got any Rey prior. I got this at Target along with the 3 3/4 inch Director Krennic, so be on the lookout. It has popped out at some stores, mostly Targets, and I think some Walmarts. But if you decide to pick it up, that'd be cool. Anyways, please comment and subscribe, and check out Hero Club and Hero Taku. Also, please check my Twitter, Darkon633, and don't forget to comment and subscribe. I'll be back with more Star Wars reviews, but for now, I'll be seeing you YouTube. Bye.